guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Check it out. Radioddity, or Raddy, has a new shortwave radio, the RE40. We're going to check it out today. It's a nice looking little radio. It doesn't have a whole lot of special features and functions. It's just a good basic radio, and I love playing with these. The RE40 is the brand again, or the name of it is. And let's go ahead and play with it. Ooh, it's a little bigger than I thought it would be. It's a pretty nice little hunk of material. Oh, very cool stuff going on here. I love it when you're pleasantly surprised by something. It's a honker, and here's why. On the back, it has a solar panel. On the top, it has a flashlight. On the top, it has a compass. On the top, it has an antenna. On the top, it has a little rope here to hang on to so it doesn't go flying. This is a camping radio. This is a really nice little setup here. Oh man, it gets better. On the side, it's got a crank. You can see the little light up. It's a dynamo. So crank charging. How sweet is that? That is great. Wow. On the back here, also, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of buttons. I'll have to do some reading on this. Front firing speaker. There are some controls up on top here. There is a big control panel right here. Flashlight and emergency controls are right there. On the back, there's some switches and buttons as well. And then we have our tuning knob, as you saw there. So that was probably volume, I would say. Wow. So a little larger than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I'm happy with that. And then, of course, it does also have places for, it's kind of hard to see here, but earphone out, USB-C, USB regular, and a micro SD card as well. So really cool. Wow. Yeah, that's got a lot of features. And then it does come with a USB to USB-C charging. The manual, RE40. And it has all the lists of it. Hand crank, frequency indicator, frequency volume, like all this stuff here. Long press the power button to turn on the radio. It's got a sleep timer, volume knob, backlight function, manual tuning, digital tuning, Bluetooth, TF card playback, SOS alert function, solar charging, hand crank. So it says solar charging depends on the strength of sunlight, of course. Hand crank for 130 to 150 RPM for 1 minute. And you can use the flashlight for 30 minutes or play the radio for 3 minutes. So that gives you an idea how much cranking versus how much use time. Pretty cool. Power indicator. I mean, it's pretty cool. So, frequency range, here's our specs. FM, 87 to 108. AM, 520 to 1710. Shortwave, 5.7 to 17.9. Weather bands, this is nice, 162 to 162.400 to 162.550. It is Bluetooth 5.0. It can play MP3s, waves, FLAC, F-L-A-C, and APE. Not familiar with those last two. It has a white noise generator, 7 kinds of natural sounds available for you. Maximum power is about 5 watts out. LED flashlight is a 1 watt. Battery capacity is 4,000 milliamps. It takes about 8 hours. Battery life says 3 years of daily use, an average of 300 times per day. Not bad. Plays the radio for about 18 hours on a full charge. Bluetooth about 9 hours. White noise about 16 hours. And the flashlight for 23 hours. Pretty impressive. And how many pages was that? 16 pages in English. Let me get the camera closer in. We'll go ahead and listen to it and see what it sounds like. Let's do it. All right, well, here it is. Pretty nice looking little radio here. So we have Bluetooth radio and play. Hand crank here. On the back here we do have our solar panel for charging. And then we also have siren and charging mode, I guess that is. And then we have our buttons here for play, fast forward, and whatnot. Here is our little waterproof container here that holds our micro SD card, our USB, USB-C, and our earphone jack. So that's kind of cool. On this side, our tuner. On the bottom, not much to say there. Cool. Up on top, also some stuff here. Music. I honestly can't read those other two, so I'm not sure what they are, but our antenna is here and our compass is here, and it does seem to be a functional compass, which is kind of cool with all the magnets and stuff around here, you kind of worry about it. But let's go. Oh, I see. We got light. Yep. That's a pretty bright light. Holy cow. That's a really bright light. And music. Oh, mode here. Oh, yeah. See, here we go. So here's our different modes along the top. And I don't know what that one is. Can't figure that out, but that front one's music. So cool. All right. Well, let's long press. We'll turn on our power. There we go. I don't know if you can hear that very well. Oh, let me put my, there we go, we'll put that down there. That was the sound of the ocean. It's highlighting the little sleep thing, so you literally can have yourself some like white noise to go to bed to if you live in an area that has a lot of traffic or a lot of noise there. That can be really kind of cool, actually, I'll be honest with you. And we'll turn it on, and we're going to be in the sounds of sleep. There we have. Then we got Bluetooth function, so you could hook it up to a Bluetooth speaker. TF card, USB, regular radio, music, and then battery indicator is there as well. These also double. The bottom row here is the 7 different bands you have as far as going through here, so that's kind of cool. And you can see here TF and USB are now highlighted, so you can play either one of those. We go to the center one here, and it's on Bluetooth. You can see it blinking. It's looking for a Bluetooth signal. Go back to the back, and we're back to the radio itself. Pretty cool. I like that. Here's our volume control. Our little kind of doubles as volume. And let's go ahead. We'll go through. We're on band 1, which is shortwave 1. And I don't know what's going to be out there, but we'll try it. Not a lot of static. I'm happy with that.
The 1345. Locusts had never been seen. There was subterranean thunder under the ground in Canton. The world was in a cycle of climatic changes, intense storms and quakes in places that didn't use.
Pretty clear signal there. There's a digital signal.
That leans against the shining throne of God. Genesis 28, verses 12 to 13.
That sounds like Eugene Scott. Sounds like a music station here. So I will say, I have to be careful with copyright, so I can't stay on anything too long here, but let's keep going with this. This, by the way, I also want to point out, is just with the built-in antenna. Weak signal there. Another music playing today. So I will say, just based off of just using a handheld antenna, very good reception on this. Yeah, really happy with this. Got to be real careful about music, so I'll have to keep going on that, but Another fairly weak signal, but it is in English. Yeah, nothing there. All right, let's go ahead with AM. Now, I don't get good AM here, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, no, this is the weather band. Yeah, I don't get good weather band reception here either, unfortunately. That's all right. Now we're into FM.
But then remember the Rad's talking about my.
Gotta be real careful.
Ed,
There we
I
go.
know you are. I know them. I know these folks. Matter of fact, I've known them for a long time.
That's actually a really great sounding
Long time.
speaker. I could tell for a Bluetooth it'd be perfect too.
Long time. I know they're glad. They love.
Immigrants' perspective on their new home and the children of immigrants' perspective on their home is a little bit different.
Cool. So I rolled through FM extremely fast. Obviously, very little in the way of talk radio on FM in my area, and so can't stay on any of those songs for very long for fear of copyright issues. But let's go into AM. Now, AM here is usually dead as can be. There are a few faint signals that sometimes a radio will pick up, but not often. Wow, that's a weird signal. Hey, we got something. It is music, so I can't stay on that for very long, but cool. So we did pick up an FM station or an AM station as well, which is really nice. And then we're back into our sleep mode, which is kind of cool, right? So I'll go ahead and get out of that. But let me turn the volume down, and I guess we'll wrap this thing up. Overall, I would say I'm impressed with the audio quality and the reception of this, the RE40. Sorry. The fact that it's got solar, you take this thing and hang it off of your tent or off your backpack while you're hiking all day. It charges those batteries back up. And the fact that you could use it as a Bluetooth speaker and as an SD card player is a pretty neat little setup as well. That flashlight was nothing to be ashamed of either. That flashlight was fairly impressive. And of course, then it even has the dynamo, right? We can charge it off that. Overall, another hit from Raddy. I love the fact that they're willing to keep creating really cool models like this. There's a rumor out there that they'll be coming out with one that has sideband very shortly. And of course, I'll bring that to you if I can get my hands on one when the time comes. Till next time, my friends, take care.